Yung nanay ko na sabi niya sa akin, anong gusto mo? Lumuhod tayo sa school para lang mabayaran yung tuition mo. Nag-18 years old ako and I promised to myself na hindi ako hingi ng tulong sa mga kapatid ko. So, ang nangyari is nag-apply ako without any portfolio. Ginawa ko lang is chika-based lang siya.
Selling yourself, basically.
Na-feel ko na ang dami rin gumagraduate doon sa higher batch na hindi agad-agad nakakuha ng opportunities. So, kasi fresh grad sila, wala silang enough experiences. So, fresh grad blues. And sobrang dami ko rin naging pro bono clients. And until now, ang dami kong clients na hindi rin nagbayad. Usually, ano rin sila, Filipinos, ganyan na after mo mabigay ng service.
Welcome to After Shift by Vame Philippines. I'm Blessy.
And I'm Clarice. And today's episode is exciting because we're joined by a guest who has made a mark in the creative and digital marketing industry while empowering thousands of designers and freelancers across the Philippines.
Yes, he's the founder of Uno Grafico, an emerging digital marketing agency, and the Filipino graphic designers Facebook community with over 150,000 members and counting. His passion for design, community building, and digital marketing continues to inspire creatives to pursue their craft and thrive in the digital space. So guys, Wonder VAs, please help us welcome our guest for today, Nabi Francisco.
Hi guys.
Welcome,
Hi.
sir.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you din po for giving us time for today. I know super busy ni Coach, no? Grabe. Buti nakapagpa-schedule tayo.
To be honest, wala pa akong tulog. Wala ka po.
Same tayo. Pare-pares tayo ngayong mga walang tulog. Mga bayaning puyat.
Bayaning puyat.
Welcome to our podcast for today po, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Let's start, of course, with what actually sparked your passion for design and creativity.
A great question. Actually, when I was a child, I never really expected to be a designer or even a freelancer, to be specific. Very limited yung resources namin and very limited rin yung knowledge namin about the space and about the stereotyped by a lot of like older generations. Ganyan, they know that the creative space is not really a career to pursue.
Yeah.
So, before I really wanted to be a pilot. So, yun yung una ko naging dream kasi nga I was also pushed to these kinds of ideas na kung ano yung mas magandang sahod, dun ka pumunta.
Yeah.
So, syempre, ang options lang nun, engineering, accountancy, and a lot of things. The usuals. No? So, pilot was the best option for me kasi I also researched before via Google na what is the highest paying job in the Philippines. So, basta aircraft pilot. So, commercial pilot. So, okay. Sure. I'll try that. Tapos yun, eventually, nung lumalaki na ako na I'm feeling na it's not really the thing that I would want for myself. I've always been creatively inclined sa mga activities na ginagawa ko sa school, sa university. So before, I also did a lot of things like radio broadcasting din ako, DJ, tapos nag-radio drama. So, nasa creative space talaga yung as well as journalism. And so more on the creative side. Not really into like science things, science fairs, mga ganyan. So, although I loved it, pero hindi siya talaga yung gusto kong i-pursue career-wise.
Yeah.
So eventually, nag-try ako mag-entrance exam. Tapos, sinabihan ko muna yung nanay ko na sabi niya sa akin, anong gusto mo? Lumuhod tayo sa school para lang mabayaran yung tuition mo. 2 million yung kakailanganin namin for the cost ng aircraft. To be honest, State University na siya. Pero yung gumagraduate doon and nagiging pilot, parang less than 2% daw because of the cost. It was really challenging.
It is.
Especially kami pa na limited lang resources namin sa family. So I'm the youngest. So yeah, I had the opportunity and the privilege to be able to choose my dream kahit yung pilot. Doon din ako pinush ni Lord na dito ko sa mas gusto mo, sabi ni Lord sa akin. So mas nag-focus ako sa kung ano talaga gusto ng puso ko, which is designing and eventually advertising. Natulak ako ng opportunity to PUP sa advertising and public relations was my program back then. As to be honest, hindi rin siya alam ng marami. No? Na may ganun palang program, may ganun palang course. No? And it's not really the mainstream program. So it's very niche and not all of the people use it as the first option. So I was just browsing nung nakapasa ako sa PUP. So I go, what course kaya gusto kong kuha? Parang siya inimini-mini. Natuwa naman ako sa first year, medyo laid back kasi hindi rin siya ganun ka expected it to be.
Yeah.
So limited rin yung exams namin. Purely talaga siya, campaigns, ganyan, creative executions, ganyan. And how can we better use marketing science or advertising science and combine it with creativity. So that really piqued my interest as someone that's not into science, to be honest. Na feel ko na there could be an amalgamation or synergy between science and marketing. So that was really my intention. And that was the career path that I managed to take.
Tinahak mo, no? Pero grabe yung support ng family din, no?
Yeah.
Na kung anong gusto mo. Kasi mostly, minsan kung ano yung gusto ng parents nila, yun yung susundin nila. You have the privilege. And you're so blessed na rin, di ba?
Praise God.
Na magawa mo yung mga bagay na talagang nais ng yung heart. Since you're sharing about your journey in studying advertising, we want to know paano mo ba naland yung first design-related opportunity mo?
Before ako mag-school, nag-part-time na ako. So, before ako pumasok ng first day na, it was June 16th. Nag-18 years old ako and I promised to myself na hindi ako hingi ng tulong sa mga kapatid ko kasi I wanted to be parang self-made, ganyan. And I know na kaya naman nilang tumulong pero I wanted it to be magaling sa akin.
You want to prove something to yourself.
To yourself, yes, especially. I'm not proving anything naman to anyone.
Yeah,
pero I felt like na parang, feel ko kaya ko naman na and 18 years old naman na ako. Parang malaking risk siya for me pero I tried to calculate it na mas maayos yung makuha kong results after it. So, ang nangyari is nag-apply ako without any portfolio. Ginawa ko lang is chika-based lang siya.
Selling yourself, basically.
From the story, ang nangyari is may nag-post sa PUP community namin noon. Sinabi niya lang na, hi, kailangan namin ng part-time graphic designer, ganyan-ganyan, and they're also accepting students. So, syempre, I grabbed the opportunity. In mga moments na yun, sobrang uhaw ko rin talagang matuto. Gusto kong magtrabaho sa kumpanya kasi na-feel ko na ang dami rin gumagraduate doon sa higher batch na hindi agad-agad nakakuha ng opportunities. So, kasi fresh grad sila, wala silang enough experiences. So, fresh grad blues. And so, yun, nag-apply ako. Then, the night before my interview, ginawa ko yung portfolio ko sa Canva. So, Canva was my blessing in disguise.
Yes, it is.
So, basta tuto muna ako sa Canva before ako mag-Adobe. Yeah, Canva was my saver before and it's still my lifesaver. So,
Till now, no. Lahat tayo ata nagsimula sa Canva.
Kaya, kasi medyo complicated kasi
naman.
si Photoshop, so medyo backup si Canva. So, do you have any challenges ba with design or marketing industry?
yeah, I think one of the biggest challenge that I experienced is I am young. So I started young and it's harder to prove myself to the clients and to the people that I would also want to share my knowledge with. They always expect me to parang mas maliit na experiences or konti lang yung nakakayang gawin, walang results na kayang gawin. So I really tried to prove myself sa mga clients and even the portfolio that I built. So I worked with brands, ganyan, and also got some results. So eventually, humbly, nakita ko naman na, may results naman pala talaga ako nagagawa. So, prove ko rin sa mga clients na I'm not just a young gun. I could also do this without years of experience because of the instant information that we have, the drive that I have. So, I just combined those and eventually, nagka-results naman siya. So,
Ano siya, paid or pro bono? Means usually kasi, di ba, if you have no experience, parang yun nga, ex-deal ka lang kayo, ganyan.
good question. Sobrang dami ko rin naging pro bono clients and until now, ang dami kong clients na hindi rin nagbayad. Usually, rin sila, Filipinos, ganyan na after mo mabigay ng service, hindi ka na
Kaya lang ka talaga.
Challenge ko rin yan. So, mga freelancers dyan, I mean, I'm not also being racist, pero it was just my experience.
Talaga
na mas marami akong local na clients na na-scam in a way kasi nag-render ako ng service pero hindi na-compensate yung ginawa ko.
Pero ginamit nila yun legally?
Yes.
Parang you can sue them.
Yun yung main challenge ko rin kasi sobrang vulnerable ko sa mga opportunities kaya people were trying to take advantage and also exploit you as someone that's also new in the industry.
Yeah.
So that was my main challenge.
Big companies ba sila? Or small lang naman?
Unfortunately.
Sabi ko na I knew it.
Pero fortunately, yun naman siya. Hindi naman bigger brands. So talagang mga MSMEs din, ganyan, mga business owners. Kaya medyo okay sa akin. And yun nga, hindi pa naman ako registered before. So I didn't really have the power to
Siguro isipin mo na lang parang dagdag portfolio ko na lang to. Anyways.
Para po siyang tuition fee ko rin sa industry.
Nabanggit mo, Coach, pala yung about sa age, no, na isa sa mga challenge mo nung nagsisimula ka. Parang ito ba yung parang ina-underestimate tayo ng mga, dahil sa age natin?
Yes, actually. No, ano yun, part din yun talaga yung pagiging bata sa industriya na na-exploit ka ng mga mas matatanda or mas malalaki sa'yo. Kasi nga, they felt na wala ka pa namang experience. Why would I pay you so much? I think sana maging lesson din yun sa mga baguhan pa lang or papasok pa lang sa pagiging VA or pagiging designer. Kasi you really have to know your worth.
Yes.
Yan talaga yung hugot lagi ng every freelancer ever na makakausap mo. Know your worth.
Kasi, di ba, we're always selling ourselves every single day. So if ever hindi natin alam yung worth natin, they're just gonna lowball us.
Yeah. Like yung narinig ko recently kanila lang, may pinag-uusapan kami. $1.5 per hour.
1.5.
1.5?
May proud pa yung CEO na yun.
Nakakaloka.
Ayaw, parang nakita ko yun, naka-screenshot. Parang may nag-post somewhere na gano'n yata yung rate niya.
Ewan ko.
Sa mga communities.
Sobrang,
Pero yes, huwag tayo papayag sa 1.5 for sure sa mga baguhan din na freelancers.
Ever.
Know your worth talaga. So I started also with 60 pesos per hour. Dun nga, sa part-time graphic designer noon. Tapos parang umabot rin ako ng a year kasi it pays the bill. Then eventually, nag-freelance rin ako kasi nakakita na ako ng mga like opportunities outside. Nung nag-start nga ako sa Uno Graphico. Then, ayun, medyo weird din yung story noon. Yung Uno Graphico.
Actually, yan yung susunod kong question. Since, di ba, naging freelancer ka. Now, from freelancer to founder of Uno Graphico, can you tell us more about that po?
Yeah. Story ng Uno Graphico. No? So, in-start ko siya as my personal brand, my personal page to really help out designers and teach them about graphic design kasi I managed to learn it myself for free. So, I'm also teaching it for free and sharing it. So, ang nangyari, I created a lot of contents, ganyan, and eventually tumas yung following noon kahit papano. Ang entry ko talaga noon, nung moments na yun is, nauso yung Pancit Canton. So, parang
yung mga redesigning.
Yes. So sa akin, nakita ko na, okay, pasit yung ginagawa nila. What if mag-design ako ng iba namang product? So as in, nag-trending talaga yun sa buong graphic design industry. Nakita talaga siya. Pero hindi yung content ko. Ano nangyari? Yung Pancit Canton na brand. Siyempre, PR mileage din yun sa Pancit Canton. Pero what I did is, nag-iba ako ng twist. Nag-redesign ako ng mga canned goods. Ginawa ko siyang minimalist.
Wow! May trend nga na gano'n.
Yung mga brands na yun, redesign ko siya at nagmukha talaga siyang battery. Nagmukha siya. As in, it was my PR take to really enter the industry. So, ang nangyari, mixed yung feedbacks ng mga tao. May mga natuwa kasi naintindihan nila at merong nambash. Like, sobrang dami nambash. Designer ba talaga to? Anong ginagawa mo? Actually, that was really my take to get to trend.
Yeah,
creative us, yes. And mapag-usapan. So, yun yung way of making papansin ko sa industry. So, sinare ko siya sa mga freelancing groups, sa graphic design groups, and then people are really trying to debate na ganyan na you can't understand what she's doing. But no, she's doing this for ganyan. And eventually, nag-win naman siya sa akin. So, may mga nakapansin, ganyan. May nakakuha ko ng clients after that. Wow. And eventually, create ko na naman si Filipino graphic designer. So, doon ko nakita na, the opportunities are great, pero wala rin akong friends sa industry to share these opportunities with. Invite ako ng maraming mga designers na hindi ko kilala, pinipm ko sila isa-isa. Uy, may group akong ginawa. Diba dito kayo?
Isa-isa ka talaga.
Isa-isa ako. Like, siguro mga first 100. Sabi ko, mag-join kayo sa group na to.
Buti hindi na-spam yun.
Oo,
message.
Di naman na-spam eventually. Yun, nag-invite ako ng mga tao. Then, even sa mga contest na pinapost ko, every comment, nilalagay ko talaga yung group na, uy, join kayo dito. Then, walang nagpo-post sa first one. Siyempre, medyo malungkot ako noon. Tsaka, paano ko rin makikilala? Kasi may mga clients ako na hindi ko na kayang matake. Student pa lang ako back then. So, sabi ko, paano ko ma-refer? Paano ko bibigyan ng clients yung mga ganito pag di sila nakapag-post? So, sabi ko, uy, post ka naman dito. Tapos yun, nag-invite na sila. Nag-invite kasi nga, yun na yung foundation ng community talaga to give out opportunities, to make it a place where they could also meet other designers. They could get clients, both internationally and locally. So, yun yung naging purpose and mission na talaga ng group. And right now, 31,000 na yung pending contents. Kaya, sorry din sa
hindi pa na-approve.
Ang dami rin basher there. 31,000 kayo, guys. It's really hard to manage.
Ang dami
Baka kailangan mo na ng admin core.
Oo nga.
Actually, may core team na po talaga. Pero even them,
busy din.
Busy rin.
Hindi na kinakaya.
So you started a Filipino graphic designers community nung student ka pa?
Student pa lang po ako.
And then nag-grow na lang siya eventually kasi nga nag-PPM ka.
PPM na ako. Eventually, yun, kaya thankful talaga ako sa mga naunang pumasok doon. I think kilala ko pa yung ibang mga pangalan kasi they were the pioneering people nung taon na yan. They really trusted idea na pinagkatiwalaan nila ako, na kakayanin ko yung group na to, na magiging community kami eventually. Yun, 180,000 na siya and sobrang na lumaki siya ng ganun. So, praise God.
Yes naman. Ang dami na nun, no?
Dami na po.
From 100, nag-PM ka nung una, tapos ngayon, dami nang nag-join na
ikaw
pending.
na, nabulunan ka na sa kanila.
Parang hustle culture din po talaga yun. Sobrang uhaw ko rin po talaga sa opportunities and uhaw rin po talaga ako to also get to know other people kasi pandemic rin nun. So medyo kulong ako. And lahat naman tayo mga stories ng pandemic. So that was my story. Hindi ko rin alam kung mag-share ka na ba. Pero
ang ganda. Ang ganda, diba, nang nangyari. Para siyang blessing in disguise. Though nakakulong tayo lahat sa bahay. No?
Yeah.
Pero diba, grabe yung blessing ng, though marami din namang naging sadness ng pandemic.
Yes.
Marami ding joy nung nangyari.
Yes.
So speaking of the group that you are leading right now, pwede niyo po ba i-share yung mga challenges and also the learnings na mag-handle ng ganong kalaking group and also be specific creative group or community? So start natin siguro sa
aside
challenge.
sa pag-approve ng 31,000.
Aside doon. Sa challenges muna tayo
biggest
bago sa learnings.
Okay, siguro main challenge is really handling the members. So it was so overwhelming for me to be able to check all of the contents, number one, to handle their complaints every single day. Kasi I've had like siguro more than 50 complaints sa community namin because of the designers scamming clients and clients scamming designers. To be honest, wala naman din talaga yung community namin, yung group namin, or ako mismo dun sa transaction nila.
Yeah.
Pero nangyayari kasi sometimes the client posts the designer and sometimes the designer posts the client. So, ang nangyayari, tatarnish na yung reputation nila, nawawala na nga sila ng clients, nawawala sila ng designers because of what happened. So, of course, I myself, I meddle with them. I try to creating some GCs, ganyan, para mag-usap sila doon. And pag-usap. May mga ganong moments. It was really challenging and time-consuming. Kasi even yung energy ko, doon na mismo nauubos niya. Nakikipag-usap na.
Hindi ko naman yan
Meron pa kaming mga taga-Dubai na client. Tapos, pinost siya ng designer doon kasi hindi raw siya nagbayad. May mga sobrang daming cases. Yun yung biggest challenge po talaga as an admin. And if you guys and if other people here na nag-listen na gusto mag-create ng group, really prepare yourselves mga ganong klaseng bagay. Kasi
di biro,
hindi po biro talaga. And pag mas lumaki pa siya, nagiging media na rin kasi. Nagiging channel na siya to either break or make a brand or even a person. No? So, you really have the responsibility to also handle the complaints, joys as well, the achievements in the group. Just prepare yourself. So,
yan talaga ang challenge ng pag-handle. Sa learnings naman po, Coach.
Wala. Tapos na.
Okay, next question.
Siguro, biggest learning is good things don't have to be paid. As the admin of the group, it was really a blessing for me na it really gave me a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose, no, na even though energy consuming siya, time consuming siya, na-feel ko na I could really still help a lot of people and other people because of the community na single action lang yung ginawa ko pero it impacted a lot of people. So yun yung I think ang biggest learning ko na it doesn't have to be too complicated. It doesn't have to be too scary to do a thing, no? Kasi nga, sometimes I also heard this one na do it scared. I did not know the vision when I was creating the group. I just created the group. So, ginawa ko lang siya just to help out. So, step by step, eventually, nag-grow and I've helped a lot of people. The community, even the core team pala, hindi ko siya kinukuha na sa akin lang na credit. So, we have a core team na talagang very passionate to help other people, the design community. So, sila yung nag-group. So, shout out sa core team ng Filipino graphic designers. Pero anim yung core team. So may mga volunteers na rin pumapasok. May isa nga parang sabi niya nag-hire daw ba kami. Sabi nila parang gusto raw nilang maging part ng team, ganyan. Masaya kami yung mga ganong i-inquire, pero of course hindi pa siya talaga fully open sa mga ganong klase. So we're really trying to also make it as limited as possible, no? Kasi it's also hard for us to handle a lot of people sa team. So that's the biggest learning.
So how do you merge your creative background with digital marketing strategy?
Well, somewhat related naman din talaga sila since marketing is also a creative thing. Yun nga, it's backed by data, it's backed by science and research. So since I'm an advertising graduate, mas nag-click talaga sa akin yung way of creating strategies, no? So I still love design, I still do design. No? I have always wanted to create something creative, something fun. So yung creativity na meron ako, yung creative powers ko, ginamit ko siya sa pag-create ng campaigns to be able to help clients, no, in the long run. So although designing is good, timeless din naman talaga yung like logo designing, packaging, those are timeless things. Pero I would want it to be more sustainable on my end. I've seen that opportunities could also be acquired if you have other skill set as well. Eventually, nagtry ako ng pagiging marketer or advertiser. Then, dun ko nakita yung sarili ko na mas masaya. Still, ginagawa ko pa rin yung design. I'm still helping the design community kasi nga, in-immerse talaga namin sarili namin with the community, ano yung problems nila, ano yung issues, ano yung problems nila in the community kasi sobrang dami ng problems. And nagkakaroon kami ng chance to send it out to the government agencies, partner brands, kung paano pa namin gagawa yung mga programs, yung mga trainings talaga to help these members of the community. Ang daldal ko, nung lami ko nasabi. Pero
okay,
siya, ganun yung naging path.
At least, di ba, mas nakukuha nila yung context na, yung pala yung yung story. And actually, nalilito nga ako minsan sa kaibahan ng advertising and marketing.
Good question.
Di ba? Can you differentiate na din just for the others na rin na mga aspiring din po na VA na naguguluhan sa kaibahan nun?
The biggest evident na nakikita ko, sinabi na professor namin before, so marketing has this 4 P's. So product, place, promotion, and price. So those four P's, no? Lahat yun nasa ecosystem ng marketing. So sa advertising, we're just under one of these 4 branches. What do you think is that?
Promotion.
Exactly. Yes. So yan, nasa promotion side si advertising. No? So everything that we do, it's always created under the promotion aspect. So si marketing kasi they also create these dynamic pricing. They also do this, how can we strategically place these products sa shelves. So sa promotion, everything na strategy and also execution. So dun siya nakalabas. So we have different types of promotions, diba? We have OOH, out-of-home advertising. Okay. So we have above the line, below the line, tsaka on the line.
Dami
so,
pa ng mga line.
Daming lines.
S-line.
S-line.
No!
Red string, mga ganun. Lines. So yung above the line, yung mga nasa billboards, ganyan. Not sure, siguro nakakalimutan ka na, pero those are the things. And mga below the line, it could be like mga flyers, ganyan, mga print materials, all of the channels. Online, of course, yun nga, may mga channels din doon, yung like the advertising, and we also have the display, Google search, SEO, a lot of things in the advertising space, in the digital marketing.
Thanks for sharing that. And I hope na enlighten yung mga Wonder VAs natin na syempre naguguluhan din sila sometimes.
Yes.
And we want to ask na rin for them, what's your top tips for creatives who want to manage social media clients?
Don't.
Huwag nyo nang subukan.
Sa mga aspiring na gusto maging social media marketers, no, I think it's really better to know the basics first before delving into the more complicated ones. Kasi sometimes we get to dive into these things na hindi pa natin alam, especially yung not limiting naman. Siyempre, we all have different capabilities. Kung kaya naman talaga. Pero as per my experience and to all the people that I also know, no, na it's getting harder for them to learn things na hindi pa nila alam yung foundation. So if ever you're starting out, teach yourself first, no, pour a lot of ideas and also learnings, knowledge into yourself before diving or getting in client works. Kaya kasi kawawa rin yung client eventually kapag hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo. You're just doing things na wala naman palang result or hindi ka sure sa mangyayari. Join workshops, no, enroll to VMA. Lagay mo palaga.
Ikaw, nagpa-plug ka, nagugulat kami sa'yo.
Pero yes, join workshops, no, kasi learning never stops talaga even after graduation.
Especially with digital creatives.
Yes, exactly. With the advancement or the arrival of AI, and all of the tech things na kailangan mo talaga mag-adapt. So,
yeah. Speaking of AI, anong take mo with
take
AI?
mo yan?
wala. Tapos na. Lagi na wala. Pero it's been a hot topic since then, especially sa creative industry and in design space, no. I've been bashed din sa one time na ginawa ko na. I think 2 times na pala. So, gumawa ka ng mga contents na AI generated. So, as someone that somehow na may say sa creative industry and creative or sa design industry, may mga tao talagang nag-bash. And it's definitely valid. May explain, thoroughly kung bakit ko rin siya trinay and bakit ko rin kailangang itry back then. Again, AI could be a threat, pero it's there and it's gonna be with us for the longest time. And sa design aspect naman, I've been using artificial intelligence when it comes to generating images long before the ChatGPT thing na ma-release pa. So I've been using Freepik. I'm not sure if familiar with Freepik. Yeah, so they do have this artificial intelligence din kasi na yun nga, AI feature. So I managed to create different images there, generate images kasi I've been using it to different clients. Okay naman yun sa kanila and nakakabenta naman. Again, threat siya to other industries, especially sa mga photographers and even songwriters right now. Very threatened din talaga sa artificial intelligence because it's getting more and more similar to the original ones.
Yeah.
So siguro my best take talaga with this is to adapt and use them as a collaborator. Yeah. So you don't have to rely completely to artificial intelligence, and also if you're a client, you can't rely to artificial intelligence alone. So it really has to have a human intervention. It has to be collaborated with the human eyes and human mind and creativity. They're just a tool, they're just there, and if there's no human creativity, it's nothing. So
how about your proudest campaign, and why do you think it worked?
Proudest campaign that I did was with Salmon Community. It was fintech. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's a competitor of Home Credit, of Maya, kasi we also do home loans sa Salmon Credit. So I was a community marketer back then. Handled their community, created different activities, strategies to be able to increase their followings and increase their member count. So from zero talaga na ground up, then pinataas namin siya up to like 40,000 right now. Mas rin siya challenging kasi we're targeting blue-collared people and older bracket sila. Not all of the people are into digital and social. So Gen Zs and millennials are dominating the space. Pero these people are also there, pero it's much harder to target them. So that was my, I think, proudest moment.
And challenging.
Challenging as well.
So thanks for sharing that kasi din maganda rin yun na parang reference ng ibang mga VA. Maiba ko, how do you manage Uno Graphico while handling madaming brands remotely? Paano mo nagagawa yun?
Siguro I'm just too risk taker and I create systems for myself and also the people that I work with. So I'm very picky then sa people that I collaborate with kasi even though kinukuha ko yung mga clients and I don't get it all by myself, I also help other people na kuha nila opportunities and also train them at the same time. So it's really systems. So whatever naman siguro na kahit kano kagaling, kahit kano ka-proud sa ginagawa mo, if you don't have a good system, it won't really work. So I think system is the best.
Yes, parang na-curious tuloy ako sa system na yun. Paano ba yung system na yun?
If you have your own system from discovery call, creating your personal brand, creating your brand, getting clients, talking to them, so the flow must always be complete, So after discovery call, what will you do? What would be the automations after that? So what are the tools that you're gonna use? And kailangan nandun siya sa system mo, And what are the resources? So Uno Graphico kasi is a digital first marketing agency. So what we do, we always choose a digital option before we choose a traditional option. So lagi kaming either AI or a digital tool talaga kasi we are a digital first marketing agency. So that's what we do. If you have a system in place, it's better and also easier, to get clients and to talk to them, to book them, ganyan. Kasi even the nurturing stage is also hard. How can you manage to create relationship with them or nurture relationship, talk to them every now and then, Kasi hindi mo sure kung gusto ka pa ba nila or kilala ka pa ba nila. Mas mahirap, I would say, sa nurturing phase as well. So it doesn't end there talaga sa pagkuha sa kanila.
Malaga talaga ang system,
Yes, of course. Do you have any habit or anything that can help you balance?
Planning. is really my thing as well. So, planning the day, what am I going to achieve, what am I going to do, no? If hindi ko siya kaya ng buong araw or gawin ng morning, ginagawa ko siya for the whole week. So, ang promise ko talaga sa sarili ko, it's not also noted or it's not seen in my vision board. Like ko lang sinasabi na I should learn something today. So, that's my thing. It's either manood ako ng YouTube, magbasa ako ng personal growth na libro, ganyan. I'm also reading this book, Essentialism. If you're familiar with that, no, kasi I'm quite like the author. So, medyo yes person relate. Talaga ako. No. Dami kong ni yes na opportunities, sometimes really overwhelming for me. Yeah, I'm currently reading that to be able to manage my tasks, manage how to say no ganyan, sa mga other opportunities na although sobrang ganda, minsan talaga nag-burn out ka na kasi kapag sobrang yes ka. Pero yan, eventually, ang naging system ko talaga is really planning.
May iba ko. Parang, di ba since we're talking about the habits that you're doing, kung paano ka nagpa-planning, nasabi mo rin kanina that you have like a core team in your community, right? So, paano siya nakatulong sa success ng agency mo now or yung group mo ngayon?
Yes, I would say sobrang nakatulong talaga yung having a team like them, especially their hearts, no, dun sa pag-help talaga and pag-serve ng community. Kaya sabi ko, I'm very picky with the people that I collaborate with. I really check their backgrounds and their hearts talaga. No. I was also a volunteer sa church. I'm not judging the other people, pero I know kasi talaga if these people are just self-serving, they're just doing it for themselves or they're doing it for the community or for to glorify the name of the Lord. So, sa akin, sa volunteers po talaga namin, I've seen their hearts, I've seen how they really wanted to help the community kahit wala talagang bayad, kahit puyat sila, ginagawa pa rin talaga nila. Kaya I was very lucky to be able to meet them kasi yun, sa online world lang din kami nagkakilala. So, sa community itself and even them, no, hindi rin talaga namin in-expect na magkakaroon kami ng bond like that na para kami nagkita na or nagkakasama na ng 20 years, kaya na 10 years. Kasi
parang sobrang kilala nyo na yung isa't isa. May ganung mga tao, no?
Kaya nga, nagkiklik na kayo talaga.
Agad.
Yes, kasi even yung humor talaga.
Swak na swak. So, yes. What do you think success means to you today?
Inask rin ako ito during sa FWT, dun sa interview namin with Miss MK, tsaka si Sir Cap Hernandez. I think, same pa rin naman yung sa akin na definition ko talaga ng success. Seeing my parents smile and seeing the community members smile as well. So, dun pa lang, kahit hindi siya monetary or hindi siya, I get the sense of fulfillment. I get the sense of purpose na, okay, I've achieved these things already. I'm done, but I'm still hungry. I need to sustain these smiles sa mga tao na tutulungan, sa parents, na even sa kapatid ko. Yun yung success talaga for me. These smiles, like, yeah.
Talaga naman. Pero ang sarap naman talaga makita na yung family mo or yung biggest why mo, 'di ba? Nakaka-experience ng mga happiness and bring back mo yung naging sacrifice nila sa iyo.
Exactly.
The longest time and syempre iba yung family. Pag-usapang family talaga, mag-iiyakan talaga tayo dito.
Iiyak yan siya.
Iiyak siya eh. Yan talaga ang number one na tinitingnan natin or whenever we perceive success, di ba?
Exactly.
So speaking of na-perceive, ano po yung naging mindset nyo na naka-help sa inyo to grow from designer to becoming an agency founder?
Siguro poverty.
Tingin ko, that's all our yun yung weakness natin na kailangan labanan.
Oo, talaga tayo. Kakakonekta talaga tayo.
Pero yun nga, I did not grow with a silver spoon, ganyan. And I know how hard it is to not eat 3 times a day or to sleep na hindi ka busog. Again, privilege nga kasi bunso na ako. May mga resources na yung older siblings ko. Pero again, I really saw kung paano nga rin sila nag-sacrifice and I don't want to experience it again. I don't want them to experience it again. So sa akin, poverty talaga yung main motivation first off. That was the main motivation. To be transparent, no? I created the agency to be able to earn. So gusto ko talagang kumita. At the same time, mag-help din kumita yung ibang tao. Yes, ayun yung naging main motivation ko talaga. To earn better and to earn more. To be able to help other people as well.
So, sa poverty, no? Talagang kumukurot eh.
Oo. May hugot ka talaga. Laban ka talaga. So, diba, of course, super busy ka na with everything. But Are you excited to work on something or build in the future?
Since last year, I think 2021 pa pala to, I've created a deck. Napakita ko sa inyo. I wanted to create a tech startup. Gumawa ko ng isang deck. Influencer management siya na for influencers, no? Pero, ayun, nasa influencer management tool siya. Kasi before, it was harder for me to book influencers. It was hard to research ganyan kung sino yung may highest engagement, best views. Kasi, yun, nagtrabaho nga ako sa isang modular cabinet company and we really wanted to create a KOL campaign and wala kaming resources and wala rin kaming database, even referrals from other people. We don't have the connection. So ang nangyari, what if I create something kaya na that would be easier for people like us, yung mga nasa marketing side and also nasa in-house and agency, na mag-create ng isang platform na magiging mas madali for us to book an influencer. Kasi right now, may mga agencies, kaya na bago ka makakuha ng influencer, kailangan mo nang dumaan sa agency. Pero if you create a booking system or an influencer platform where people could just register, ganyan. Tapos, they could just book. So, yun yung matchmaking na naisip ko before. So, may mga nakita na mga competitors and nakita ko na yung mga nag-release ng similar things. May regret pa rin sa feeling ko kasi what if, di ba, na-release ko rin siya earlier or nakapag-kuha ko ng enough partners and developers to be able to create that. Pero, yun, eventually, may isa na naman ako idea. So, isang idea naman siya. Somewhat similar pero it's more on for graphic designers. Similar idea siya, directory for designers. AI generation siya na whenever a client posts project, if you know, of course, Upwork, no? So, somewhat similar siya na whenever a client posts a project, it will automatically generate people na pasok doon sa certain expertise. Kaya so gusto ko may leveling yung graphic design kasi right now we don't have the leveling, no, like level 1, level 2, ganyan. So what if create a leveling system na graphic design 1 ka, these are the projects for you. And this is gonna be the rate for you. Kasi may bracket system siya, no? So that bracket as well, bago ka mag-level up, you need to attend workshops. So those workshops, para siyang yun, incubation period na mag-level up ka, gamified siya. No? Idea pa lang naman siya, pero it really excites me. Pag nag-level up ka, mas ibang premium client na yung makukuha mo. So that's the idea that I would want. Hopefully, ma-works yun.
Excited din kami for you na...
Sana siya makreate.
Oo, na matuloy siya in the future. Ano din kasi yun parang ang lakas din yung makaboost. Kung kuwari, graphic designer ka talaga, then mag-join ka sa ganong platform, mas mag-gauge mo yung sarili mo, malalagay mo yung value mo talaga din. Yeah. Ikaw lang, sa sarili mo, alamin mo, ano bang level ko talaga para maibigay ko yung value ko sa mga client ko. Diba?
Exactly.
And nafe-feel ko talaga din yung passion ni Coach. Kasi ang young mo pa, pero grabe yung yung vision mo sa mga
nag-aaral
bagay.
Pa lang, no?
Oo, nag-aaral pa
Inisip ko to, ano ba ginagawa ko noon?
Oo, napaisip din tuloy ako.
Parang ang tamad ko ata.
Hindi naman.
Late bloomer. Ang galing. Parang nakaka-inspire din talaga si Coach. So,
pero wala pa naman siya.
Wait lang kayo.
Uy, pero diba, nothing is impossible. And the words that coming from our mouth are powerful. Pero diba, sobrang powerful ng words. Kaya we believe in you, Coach.
Yes.
And
excited kami dyan.
Super excited.
Makapag-register.
Yes, sama kami dyan. Super excited kami to be part of your future businesses.
Wow, thank you. Pero nakaka-excite kasi I think weird din talaga na, I'm not sure if you're also experiencing this, na somewhat yung mga ideas talaga nag-flow in lang siya out of nowhere. Di ba? Yung mga ganun na, even this one, pinangalan ko siyang freelancers.com. So, nice. Filipino freelancers. Wow. So, that's the idea for that specific startup na gusto ko rin i-create. Nakuha ko lang yung name na yon right after waking up. When I was creating the startup. Pero yun, right after waking up talaga, tinype ko na siya agad sa notepad ko. Tapos sabi ko, I'm gonna name this freelancers.com. So, freelancers na yung naisip ko.
And we're looking forward to that po, Coach. Talagang, we believe in you. That's why you're isa ka sa mga speaker na in-invite namin dito. Kasi we're really inspired by your story. We're inspired on how paano mo sabihin yung mga bagay na gusto mo for designing, for advertising and marketing. I wanna ask for final words of encouragement, especially sa mga nagsisimula pa lang at sa mga nag-struggle ngayon sa creatives and freelancing.
Yeah, this quote is not from me, pero galing siya kay David Ogilvy. He said sa isang newspaper, look before you leap. So, pag nasa mountain ka, you should look first before tumalon. In other words, you really have to make all of your actions calculated. Na you should not just get or take an action na hindi calculated yung risks, hindi mo alam yung danger that might come upon it, no, so or come with it, no. So you really have to research first, no, study, no, understand the basics, and eventually while you're leaping na, no, habang lumilipad ka na, you're gonna realize a lot of things. So I think prepare yourself up and just do it. Like, that's it.
Ganda nun.
Yeah.
So do you have any platforms na pwedeng i-promote where people can follow you, or yun nga, maka-join din sa community mo?
Yeah, first off, you could join our community. It's Filipino Graphic Designers. It's also facebook.com/Filipino Graphic Designers. No, you could follow us on Facebook group and also Facebook page. We also have an Instagram. And you could also join. Sige, sa akin muna. So, Uno Grafico, it's at Uno Grafico, no? UNOGRAPHIKO on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Wala Twitch. Yes, all platforms po, it's Uno Grafico.
Ayan, mag-join, mag-follow, mag-like kay Coach Navi. And if you want to know more about happenings in his life, I know maraming na-inspire. Makichismis, makimarites. And matuto, of course. Syempre, yan ang number one. Tandaan nyo, sabi ni Coach, dapat everyday may natututunan ka.
Yes, kahit maliit.
Hindi tayo titigil ng yun lang ang alam natin,
yes,
diba?
it's be 1% better every day.
Agree. Ang ganda nun. Sa
Atomic Habits.
Yes, love that book. And thank you so much, Coach, for
Thank you so much
for visiting us today, giving a talk, and giving all the tips and lahat ng pwede nating maibigay sa mga Wonder VAs, and really happy na nakasama ka namin ngayon. So, applause.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Wonder VAs.
Bye.